Welcome to the Hanna Show, where business, as usual, gets a swift kick in the ass. If you're tired of the same old advice and ready to disrupt the status quo, you're in the right place. I'm cutting through the noise with bold strategies, unfiltered truths, and a no-nonsense approach to entrepreneurship, video marketing, and content creation. Buckle up, because it's time to level up, stand out, and dominate your market. This isn't just another podcast, it's a wake-up call for entrepreneurs and would-be aspiring solopreneurs who are all in. Let's get started. Launching a studio was a big opportunity for all-in content for us to help us level up. Obviously, what we do from a support perspective for our clients, help us create more content internally. Obviously, changed our model from being recording all over Windsor, Essex County. I recorded in everything from vehicles to offices to homes, even bathrooms I've recorded in. You name it, I've recorded in it. Recorded over 15,000 videos over the last 3 years alone, which is insane. Building the studio gave us a lot more flexibility, gave us a lot more control over the environment. But I didn't want to try and make the studio be everything to everyone, because it's not designed to be that way. You see, when I started creating the idea of a studio, I started telling people about it. I had a lot of people start giving me advice. Well, you should have photography built in. You should have headshots, and you could do passport photos, and you could create other types of content there. And it could be a hub for other people to kind of come in and connect and do all this stuff and blah, 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 blah. I didn't want any of that. I wanted to stick to our core. And so I said no to the distractions. And then I started to realize I need to position our studio into saying who it's for and who it's not for. And that's when I started saying, you know what, why don't I put this into a podcast episode here as well? So that's what I'm doing here in this episode of the Hanna Show. I'm talking about what our studio really is built for. Because this studio, in my opinion, is built for business owners who are past the experimentation phase. Not people who are trying content. Not people who are testing video. We're built for business owners who already know that content matters, are tired of inconsistency, don't want to create content that just lives in their head anymore. They want a repeatable, calm system. And if content feels heavier than it should, you're probably in the right place. We're built for owners who value structure. So if you like a clear plan, a defined session, a predictable output, the studio will give you relief. The studio is built for you. But if you prefer random recording, last minute ideas, constant flexibility, maybe the studio might feel restrictive for you. That's not a flaw. That's a design choice. We're built for businesses that want ongoing visibility. The studio is not built for random one-off videos normally, occasional shoots. Let's do it and see how it works. It's built for businesses that want a consistent presence, a familiar messaging, a steady visibility. If your goal is to show up regularly without thinking about it constantly, well, then our studio makes sense. I see taglines all the time. There's a podcast studio that I follow and I absolutely love it. And it's got a cool tagline and it's like, built for creators by creators. Won't say which one it is. If you know, you know. It's really cool. I love a lot of the stuff that comes from the studio. And it got me thinking. My studio is not built for creators by creators. It's built for business owners by a business owner. This is important. Right? You don't need to enjoy being on camera and consider yourself creative and love social media. In our studio, you need to understand your business, explain things clearly, and show up for focused sessions. This studio is designed to support business owners. I'm not here to turn you into an influencer. So let's just be clear. The studio is not built for people who are looking for the cheapest option, businesses that want total creative control over every detail, owners who want to record casually and really not have a support system or structure, anyone expecting content without consistency. If you want freedom without responsibility, studio might not feel like a fit. We're not built for do-it-yourself first mindsets. If you want to record everything yourself, edit when you have time, post sporadically, maybe recording in the studio might not be the fit for you. Now, you can take raw footage, and that is a core part of what we do, and edit it yourself. I don't know why you would, but if you want to, you can. Our model is built to remove the DIY component. You don't have to record by yourself. And here's why this matters, right? Like, we need to make sure that we have clarity on who the studio is for, because a clear fit leads to better sessions, better content, and better results. It also prevents frustration. When expectations align, content becomes calm instead of chaotic. And that alignment is more valuable than any piece of gear or footage ever could be. So some people listening to this or who have seen my content might be wondering, like, what does it actually feel like to be in the studio? Well, here's what clients often say. I don't feel rushed. This makes content so much easier. I don't have any stress. Here's the thing. It's not because the studio is flashy. It's not because the process is anything more than really just being defined. And a defined process really reduces anxiety and increases output. The studio itself, it's not the end goal, though. It's the front end of a system. It feeds the done-for-you content model. The consistent posting, the long-term visibility that I've been preaching for years. If you want a place just to hit record, there are other options. If you want content to stop depending on you daily, the studio fits this naturally. So the people who I've worked with thus far, the Windsor Essex businesses that resonate with this model, I've found that they win by being familiar, consistent, and dependable, and the studio has helped support that for them. It helps businesses show up the same way every time, which builds trust quietly over time. And the real decision this comes down to, though, is that using the studio, even though it's about video, it's not about video. It's about deciding whether content should still rely on motivation, or whether it's time to give it a proper system, and that's what the studio offers. Most owners that we deal with already know the answer, even if they haven't said it out loud. Look, I know this is going to repel some people, and it's tough because, hey, we all would love more business. But the all-in content studio, the way that I've built it, it's not for everyone. And that's by design. It's built for business owners who want consistency instead of bursts, relief instead of pressure, and no chaos and no stress when it comes to showing up online. It's not built for influencers, and it's not built for creators. It's built for business owners. If that sounds like you, the studio will feel like a solution, not another thing to manage, because you don't have to manage anything. We manage it all for you. And if for whatever reason, now hearing this, it doesn't feel like the studio's a fit for you, that clarity is a win too. So if you're ready to go all in and win with video content in the Windsor Essex region, you're a business owner who fits the mold of what we're looking for, visit studio.allincontent.ca today. You could book a tour. Come on in, check it out for yourself, choose which room you want, or just go online and book your session. You can book a raw session, an edited session, fully produced, managed by us. Whatever it is, we've got you covered. So let's go all in together on video. And more importantly, let's win. All right, that's a wrap for today's Dose of Reality on the Chris Hanna Show. If you're fired up and ready to kick some serious ass, then I've done my job. But remember, knowledge without action is just wasted breath.
So what are you going to do? Sit around and let opportunities pass you by? Or are you going to step up and take what's yours? The choice is yours, but don't expect sympathy if you choose the easy road. If you've got value from today's episode, smash that subscribe button, leave a review, or share it with somebody who needs a wake-up call. Don't keep this gold to yourself unless you're afraid of a little competition. Stay bold, stay hungry, and remember, always go all in. Until next time, this is Hanna signing off. Now go out there and take what's yours